as an All-American, team captain. Got a degree, which is one of my biggest accomplishments during that experience. Not just as an athlete, but also as a student, as a man. Every time I touched the field toward the end of my career, I never knew when it was going to be the last game. I never knew I was going to put them pads on again. So I really just kind of tried to embrace every moment. I remember my last college game at Jacksonville State. Ended up getting a pick, interception, ran it back 87 yards. You know, I took it to the house, and it was kind of like a capstone to my last game. Like it kind of felt like I stepped into it, right? Like I stepped into this is who I am. This is how I want to leave off my legacy, and this is the momentum and the energy I want to take into whatever's next for me. But then I got selected for an All-Star game.
Nice.
And so I was in I believe the Magnolia Bowl, and it was the Division I All-Stars versus the Division I AA All-Stars. And so there kind of was a mixed bag. And I remember that kind of feeling like, well, this might be my last game, right? Because I didn't know what the NFL was going to do. I didn't know if I was going to get drafted or not. So you had to savor every experience. Playing with the best of the best from all type of different schools, on top of the scouts, on top of, it really wasn't a fanfare type of deal. It was more so like, just gladiators competing to try to secure draft picks and paychecks. It was bittersweet. It was bittersweet. It was fulfilling, but at the same time, when the clock went down to zero, I was like, okay, what's next? I got a degree in business management. I actually went into college at 17 years old, graduated high school in 3.5 years. So I kind of jumped out the pot early. After school, I ended up playing professional for a year and a half. I went undrafted to the Jacksonville Jaguars, and then ended up going arena football with the Georgia Force. And then I went to a league at the time called the All-American Football League. It was the AAFL.
Okay.
Yeah, and this was before the XFL. It was like they had got rid of NFL Europe, and they were looking for teams. The states had teams back then, and so this was 2000. I want to say 2008, and then that's when the recession hit and all the funding and stuff fell out. So they ended up folding the league. And then from there, I went into corporate America, man. So I currently serve as a life coach, a motivational speaker, as well as a entrepreneur and investor. And then I also teach. I teach classes, and I'm a financial risk management expert with the federal government. So I do risk management exams on banks above $50 billion in total assets and more. And then I try to, I travel the country speaking, trying to motivate, trying to, make sure that people get their mind right, and helping people make decisions, make choices to get them unstuck. So the athletes that are transitioning, make sure you're self-aware and you self-reflect on what made you great, what pushed you to, where you want to be. Make sure that you have a plan, keep the faith, and just stay consistent. And then the third thing I would say is surround yourself with people that are already where you want to be, because you'll emulate the greats.